Commissioner. I am Manish Pandey from LPM Public School. Today I am going to teach you chapter number 20, and that is subordinate clauses kinds of class 7. So let me first tell you about subordinate clauses. What is called subordinate clause? A subordinate clause is a part of a longer sentence. So a subordinate clause is a part of a longer sentence. Is there could be one independent clause and other subordinate clause. Subordinate clause will be dependent on main clause or independent clause. That is why we are seeing that subordinate clause is a part of a longer sentence. So actually, subordinate clause adds more information to a sentence by in functioning like an adjective adverb or noun clause. So by functioning like an adjective, adverb or noun clause. Okay. So we can say that subordinate clause can be of three kinds. First, adjective clause. Second, adverb clause or noun clause. So first of all, we are going to study about adjective clause. Adjective clause generally introduced by relative noun. Okay. So there should be one main clause, then adjective clause, and can be remaining part of the main clause. Okay. We will understand through the example. So as I told you that subordinate clause can be of three kinds. First, noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. First of all, we are going to learn about adjective clause. How we can identify adjective clause in the sentence. So adjective clause usually introduced by relative noun. Relative nouns. Okay. So relative example relative nouns is that Question, are you getting me? So who, whom, which, that, all these are an example of relative pronoun. Okay, so adjective clause may be introduced by these relative pronouns. So subordinate clause will begin with these relative pronouns. So you can identify easily in the sentence which clause is introduced by these words, introduced by relative pronouns. So we can understand. So let me tell you example of adjective clause. First of all, I will tell you about difference between adjective phrase and adjective clause. Okay. Look at that man in the red shirt. In the red shirt, this is adjective phrase. Adjective phrase. Why this is adjective phrase? Because this is like describing a noun phrase that man. This is we call it adjective phrase. And phrase because there is no this phrase is not containing any subject and predicate, not containing any finite verb. That is why this is phrase. This is not a clause. We can call it adjective phrase. We can call it adjective phrase. Okay, now let's take other example. Look at that man who is wearing red shirt. So now here we can easily see that who is introducing the adjective clause because this clause is holding subject and predicate on its own and it is depending on the main clause and this is modifying the noun phrase that man. This is modifying the noun phrase that man. Adjective always describe about noun or pronoun or noun phrase. So this clause is telling us something about that man. Getting me, student? Are you getting me? Just go through the book. After watching my video, you can understand very easily. So look at that man. This is a main clause, and that man is noun phrase. And who is wearing red shirt? This is adjective phrase because this is telling something about noun phrase that man. We can call it adjective phrase. Adjective clause. This is adjective clause. Why this is adjective clause? Because this clause is having subject and predicate on its own. But here in this example, in the red shirt, no any subject and predicate was there. That is why this is phrase and this is clause. And this is adjective phrase because this is telling something about noun phrase. Here also this clause is telling something about noun phrase, and that noun phrase is that a man. Okay, student. Okay, are you getting? So now let me tell you. Let me give you some more example of adjective phrase or adjective clause. Okay. Now you can drink the milk that is kept in the pot. You can drink the milk. Okay, student, first of all, you have to identify noun phrase. First of all, you have to identify which one is main clause and which one is subordinate clause. So you can bring the milk. This is main clause. This is main clause because this is not depending on any other clause. This we can call it dependent clause also. This is main clause. But when we start reading this clause that is kept in the pot, it means if we just hide this clause, if we rub the blackboard, if we rub this clause, what is left that is kept in the pot. So it means it is depending on the main clause for the completion of its same. So that is why we can call it adjective phrase because this clause is describing about the noun the milk. Okay, that is kept in the pot. And here adjective clause introduced by the relative noun that. This is relative noun. So adjective clause usually introduced by relative noun. That is relative noun, and this clause is having subject and predicate on its own. So we can call it adjective clause. This is called adjective clause, and this is called main clause. Adjective clause is depending on main clause for the completion of its meaning, and the main is noun which is described by the adjective clause. Okay, student, are you getting me? I hope you are getting me. Now, next example. Do not call the boys whom you have already interviewed. In this example, student just tell me how many clauses are there, how many subjects and predicates are there, how many finite verbs are there. There are two clauses. Okay, student, there are two clauses. First clause, do not call the boy. This is main clause because this clause is not depending on any other clause. for the comprehension of its meaning. So we can call it this is main clause. Now next, that is whom you have already interviewed. This is adjective clause because this clause is depending on main clause. So we can call that this is subordinate clause, and in subordinate clause this is adjective clause. Why this is adjective clause? Because this is introduced by relative pronoun whom. Okay, as I told you earlier that adjective clause is introduced by relative pronoun. So whom is relative pronoun, and this clause is having subject and predicate on its own. So this is adjective clause. Okay. So adjective clause is depending on main clause. This is main clause. This is main clause. And the word whom you have already interviewed, this clause is describing about the noun phrase the boy. This is noun phrase. Okay, Shane. So let me we are going to recap the chapter once again. Subordinate clause. What is subordinate clause? Subordinate clause is that clause which is depending on other clause and cannot stand alone in the sentence. Okay. And subordinate clauses are of three kinds. First, adjective clause, adverb clause, and noun clause. So, adjective clause are those clauses which are usually introduced by relative noun, who, whose, who, which, that. They are qualitative noun, and relative noun will be written after the noun. So, it means relative noun is explaining, is describing the noun or noun phrase. Okay, so in this way we can identify in the sentence our adjective clause. Okay, that's all for today's students. Tomorrow I will tell you about adverb clause, and if time permits me, I will also tell you about noun clause. Till then, goodbye.